So we have all these things that have been rotting away at Canada's core for decades. Low interest rate policy, like negative real interest rates that have allowed asset prices to completely skyrocket into the stratosphere. And we have never addressed, it's almost like this insane sugar high. And eventually you get a come down, and we didn't want to address the fact that we would ever have a come down. So now we're totally unprepared for it. And it's only a result of our own doing, of people that have their own self-interest at heart. Politicians that want to perpetuate their power, the wealthy that want to amass further wealth. And yet we're told the enemy is the Americans? We're the reason that our youth unemployment is 20%. We're the reason that our GDP is predicated entirely on a human population Ponzi scheme. We're the reason unemployment is 9-10%. I mean, they say 7, but that's probably not entirely accurate. We're the reason that the median household income in Canada is $70K and a house is $1 million. That rents are taking 50 to 60%. That's us. And that happened long before the Orange Man. We created that problem. This has been decades in the making. It's like if you have a sports team. If you don't make trades and draft properly years in advance, it comes to fruition down the line. It doesn't show up immediately, but you deal with the consequences of your suboptimal foresight eventually. And we're dealing with that now, and instead of reflecting, taking the time for self-reflection, we've decided to just allocate blame elsewhere rather than attempting to recognize that we're the issue, and it needs to be addressed from within, rather than looking for some external source or causation for why we're struggling. Because we're a joke, because we're shit, and because we've neglected our own citizens for decades in the interest of the enrichment of the elite. Now we suffer the consequences because even the elite realize the Ponzi is coming to an end, that you can only run a demented immigration scheme for so long before the system will collapse. And it has.